is HaShulchan here. That's similar. Zayin Siv Gimel Tevot. This is supplemental day 235 of the HaShulchan Yomi. And we're talking about bubbles of all different sorts. Gimel. Kasab Rama Parakait and Yud didn't rash Nim Subar Babuos, the loch of a lung which has bubbles, Himayum Laim Ruach, full of water, Maim Zakim, or clear water, full of air or clear water, Olecha, Hanim Shaks Gidvash, or of moisture which flows like honey, Chaitzib, etc. Olecha Yebesh of a Kasha, or if it's dry and tough moisture. I feel Kevin, even though it's like a stone or isn't terrace, it's permitted. Name Sem Lechel Sukkah, but it has repugnant moisture, or Maim Suchim, or repugnant water, or Achurim, or murky water, raise your treifa. It's treifa. When you take out the moisture and check it, so you have to check the bronchial tube underneath it. It's not treifa. If it's pierced, it's punctured, it's treifa. It's really holds came in the knees. Since the moisture or the water inside the bubble is ruined, actually so it became rancid, achru, or it became murky. Certainly the membranes have been ruined. These masu and they dissolve. And they're like they're punctured. Siphon is also concerned with the bronchial tubes. If the bua is in a place where there is a siphon to be found. The bua omedes made or the basar, even though the bubble is between the membrane and the flesh, and the siphon is of course within the flesh. Who says that whatever the malady was, did not get into the depth of the flesh and pierce the tube. Therefore, you have to check the tube underneath it. Even if you find clear water in the bubble. Because nevertheless, it's possible that by the pressure of the blister into the flesh, the tube was punctured. So it's in a place where the flesh does not stop it up. So that's the Rivkan Kane is also been the Rivkan Rabbeinu B'Seis Ab Hatik Devo Levad B'Dikas HaSimphon Ayin Sham. The B'Seis also copy says except for the Parabikas HaSimphon. Dalit Avokol Rabbi saying her Rishonim Achronim Yisigo Shitazu. These all of our rabbis Rishonim Achronim they complained against the opinion of the rabbi. B'Tir Bus B'Cholina. Bubbles no matter what. I feel them lame lechasucha even they're full of a rancid pus. Maim suchim or water which is rancid, achurim or murky. The membranes have nothing to do with the blisters, the bubbles, because the bubbles are underneath the membranes. And so because also you don't have to check the tubes. I feel like even if the bubble is in the depths of the flesh. Nevertheless, Maracheka says that's what Ben Simponos. Really, it pushes itself among the tubes and not into the tube. It's not like the lung, which is spilled like a pitcher. I have to check the symphonos. The Bisham Kobos are in the there, all of the flesh of the lung is ruined. Knuckles, and it's easy to assume that the tubes have also come ruined. But with bubbles, that the flesh is healthy, v'toiv, and good, and the tubes are inside the flesh, and the bubbles are on the flesh, or under the skin. We're not concerned with these phones at all. The Raya Brua, the clear evidence, the Gemara and the Gemara Daf Memches Isla Hedis says explicitly, Shkama Amorim, Sema Amorim, Rov, and Kema Shonas, Makom Shemochim Bosa, Reos, Maleos Buos. They saw in several places where they were selling lungs, which are full of bubbles, Harbe, many of them, Gedolos Uktanas, large and small. Rakas Kosho, soft and hard. Flom Rudova, they said nothing. They had to come themselves bought from this flesh, from this meat. They didn't check out all the tubes. They didn't open the bubbles. They also made Maim Zakim to see if it was clear or rancid water. According to Rif Rama, you have to say don't hold like the Suya Ches, but the Suya Daf Nun Heim at base. Shafi Perish Rif Rama Posel Sham, the Rea Mayim Achurim. The interpretation of the Rif and the Rama holds that their apostles in along murky waters. And he says, brackets, and the Ramban wrote this as well. It's also especially difficult their opinion. That's it. I'm looking the answer when it's rancid water or murky water. Also when rancid moisture or achura or murky moisture. That they say the pus is okay. What the difference between rancid water and pus? The pus comes as a result of something being ruined with the moisture. They said with difficulty, the mugla krov it's easier to heal pus than the suchim than murky or rancid water. This is very difficult. It says in places where rancid and murky water is also gambakuya, such as in the kidney, gamuga also pus. That's what they said about a kidney full of pus. Treifa, it's treif mayim zakim share only if it's clear water. It's kosher. So clearly, pus is like murky or rancid waters. So many people say that even if it's murky or rancid, it's okay. It's a custom say bubbles are kosher no matter what. They're not adjacent, whatever that means. I'm sure we'll see. Also don't require you to check the tubes. The chain pasuk chayim is according to basket. But I was to behold. I must have seen them above. Supplemental. Hey, yesh because of those who wrote the Shabua Yeshan or Treifa. An old bubble is Treifa. Kate said, how so? Shaboyding machnis yodei dok. When the checker puts in his hand to check, he had a bodek, and it dissolves in the hands of the checker, shimu peshes, and it is polluted trefa. Also, you find a type of bubble in the lung. You can peel them off with your hands. And the lung remains intact. And the place where this bubble was is Zekorin Shapuchis. They call it the Shapuchis, a sack near that sheaf. We want to say it's safe. I feel even inflation doesn't do any good. Maybe there is a hole in a puncture in the place of the bubble. And the whatever is there is a scab and it comes to the wound. There's bushy swat. But HaShulchan says we should the first im gamma krum. And these masses be out of bodek. Certainly, if the membrane also dissolves the hands of the checker. He wasn't manipulating with strength. He didn't pluck it. It wasn't in the narrow confines of the chest. Therefore, the puncture is as if it's the membrane is as if it's punctured. But these masses, even if only the upper membrane has become dissolved, or if you have a bubble which is out of place where the upper membrane is peeled off, treifa, but if only the bubble dissolved, and the membrane is attacked, it's not a problem. It's a new bubble or no bubble. No mentions, and there's no room to be machmir here. And that is it for today.